Hey Manual Staff, it's Chris. I know this is a bit odd, but because we don't have meetings tomorrow on Monday, I wanted to make sure to get a video to you giving final instructions and directions and overview for winter session. There's a lot of moving parts and a lot of things to figure out, and so I thought better than a super lengthy email, just a quick video of details and some questions answered might be the best way to communicate some information. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for signing up to teach Winter Session and for diving into this big project. It's unbelievable to see the response. How many of you are deciding to teach extra courses on top of getting lessons planned and semester two ready to go? So first of all, I want to say thank you very much for making sure you did that for our students and our community. Essentially, Winter Session is a chance for you to teach something that you have always wanted to teach, a skill set you have, something that you're talented with, and to communicate that to students. Will said it really well last week. It'll also humanize so many of us as students who we don't see on a day-to-day basis. So when you get new students in your class, they get to see a new side of you as an instructor, as a teacher, as a person, which will be really special and powerful for them. And so thank you for that. Thank you for diving in to teach something new before we get into semester two. Just to start, on Tuesday morning, schedules will be passed out in the foyer, and we'll start period one, or it would be period two, or period three typically, sorry, with an all school meeting. So first thing in the morning, schedule will be passed out, and we'll do an all school where Will and myself will go through the details with students of what winter session will look like for them. At the end of the all school, I think it'll be about 30 minutes, we'll release students and they will go to their advisories. So that first period in that day, they'll go to advisories, in which advisory teachers will be responsible for helping them sign up for winter session courses. Every student will have a handout, a packet essentially, with all the course offerings, their learning plan, and their schedule. And so for the rest of that initial period, students will be signing up, creating their learning plan, and reading through the expectations for them. This will also be gone over during an all school, and we will also make sure that we have a video for them as well that goes through what's in it for them, grading, transcripting, expectations for the week, everything for that. So we'll start in all school, and then the second period on Tuesday, we'll dive into sessions. And so I sent out a list of sessions that teachers teach on Tuesday and Thursday, and those who are teaching on Wednesday and Friday. And from there, it's just making sure that we are as present as possible in the hallways, again, getting students to their sessions and helping support the first initial part of winter session. I think that first period of courses, what we'll call period two, because there will be no red or blue days this week, so we'll just call it period two, is going to be really important to help kids get to their courses, to find where they're going to be doing their learning for their first session. So if you are not teaching on Tuesday or Thursday, please make sure that you are helping students find their location for that first session. Just a couple of details. There will be advisory every day. So the schedule, the bell schedule is the same. We're not altering it. So at 2 o'clock, there will be advisory. I have the advisory plans for the week, which I'll get out to teachers both via email and in hard copy on Tuesday morning. So you'll be responsible for advisory. There will be some coverage issues for that, but for the most part, it should be straightforward as to what advisory looks like from Tuesday through Friday. There will be no all school or class meetings on the first Wednesday, just advisory with some goal setting and some expectations for advisory for Prep for Success. A lot of people asked, how will this be graded? You will see that on the student handout, there's a rubric, a very simple rubric that goes through the T-Bolt way and kind of basic expectations of being engaged and making sure that students are not interrupting others. And so with that, at the end of every session, you'll just do a quick grade. A 2 is a great score, so a student was there, they participated, they didn't distract, and they were part of the work. They get a 2 for that period. If a student has to be reminded a couple of times or redirected, they'll get a 1. And if a student opts out, walks out of the session, or is non-participant, then they'll get a 0. So at the end of the week, they'll have a score out of 30, and I will collect those. And we'll get into collection here in a minute, but I'll collect those, and students will get a simple grade. We're going to add the grade from first semester for the manual history project, plus this grade, plus the March Culture Week, and students will actually get a grade for Student Culture Academy by the end of the year. And I'll take care of a lot of those logistics and a lot of those grades, but students will get a grade, and they will actually have it on their transcript by the end of second semester. And then in terms of attendance, which is another big question, is also in addition to the Prep for Success lessons, I'll hand out 8 attendance sheets for every session that you teach. And those sheets will go to the main office, and we'll take attendance manually from there. Until we have a better option, thinking next year about digital signups or doing this ahead of time, we'll have to do some manual entry for attendance. So again, just make time every class period that you teach to both score students and to take attendance and get those attendance pieces down to the main office. Then on Friday, once this is all done and sessions are all complete and students are ready to leave for their long weekend, we will collect the packets in the foyer. So I'll have collection points for those, and we'll get those collected for students, get those graded, and make sure that they get the credit they deserve. I also want to note, just to go back, that on Tuesday morning, I know we'll have a lot of students coming in late, like, what's going on? What's this winter session thing? I will be stationed in the foyer. I'm not teaching on Tuesday or Thursday. I'll be stationed in the foyer, giving directions and having the student video as well instructions for students who come in late, and I'll be helping get them signed up, and I'll be pulling in some teachers and some student helpers to help me with that. So by Tuesday, we should really have most of our students set up, and if you see a student who comes in late or who is unsure what's going on, send them down to the foyer on Tuesday, and we'll make sure to get them all signed up for sessions. Again, thank you so much for doing this and for helping make this part of a really robust first week back for our kids. I think it's an amazing opportunity for students to learn at Manual from you and get to know one another on a whole nother level. And I will be around all day Monday. Feel free to email or call or text or whatever if you have questions about when you're teaching or any final details about winter session. All right, guys, here we go. Thanks so much. Enjoy your last day of break, and we'll see you soon. Bye.